Title: The Ghostly Hitchhiker. Sarah had been a long-haul truck driver for years, but this night felt different. She'd picked up a job hauling cargo through a remote, foggy stretch of highway that twisted through dense forests. It was the dead of night, and the only sounds were the low hum of her truck and the occasional rustling of trees in the wind. About an hour into her drive, Sarah spotted something up ahead, a lone figure standing at the side of the road, arm outstretched, thumb up, signaling for a ride. This was unusual. Who would be hitchhiking here, especially at this hour? Against her better judgment, Sarah slowed down, squinting through the fog. As her headlights illuminated the figure, she felt a chill. The man was wearing an old, tattered jacket and jeans, his face obscured by a hood. He didn't look at her as he climbed into the passenger side, moving with a strange, rigid motion. They drove in silence for miles, and Sarah began to feel increasingly uneasy. She tried to make small talk, but the man remained silent, only staring straight ahead. Every time she glanced at him, he seemed more shadow than human. And then, as they drove, she noticed something horrifying. There was a dark stain spreading from his seat, dripping down like blood. Heart racing, Sarah gripped the wheel and tried to keep calm. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice trembling, but it didn't respond. Suddenly, the man's head slowly turned towards her, and she finally saw his face, pale, eyes sunken, with dark streaks trailing down his cheeks as if he had been crying tears of blood. The horror was too much, and Sarah instinctively jerked the wheel, pulling the truck over and jumping out in panic. When she looked back at the cab, the man was gone. The seat was empty, though the dark stain remained, as if a grim reminder of his presence. Shaken, she drove to the nearest diner and stumbled inside. When she mentioned the strange hitchhiker to the cook, he went pale. He explained that years ago, a truck driver had been found dead on the very highway, killed by a hitchhiker he had picked up. Ever since then, they say, his ghost haunts the road, searching for unsuspecting drivers who might let him in. Sarah never drove that route again, but she knew that ghostly hitchhiker was still out there, waiting for another driver brave or unlucky enough to stop.